Max. I am the manager of Miniries. Welcome tonight. This is a fabulous exhibition. I am also a tour guide. I'm very proud to be a tour guide because we've done tour guide for 24 years. It's meant a lot to me to assist Jan Scott, the artist, to mount this lovely exhibition. It's very diverse. There's a lot of very interesting things in it. And there's a lot of people who got on board and contributed. Goldmark, for instance, with and various sculpture and the veterans and the help for heroes and the fabulous there but not there sculpture, which I tell you every evening when we close every evening, it's going in the bay window and it's lit up in the bay window and it's facing the wall. It's a tribute. So without more ado, if I may introduce Jan Scott.
I just want to thank everybody, because everybody knows exactly what everybody's done to bring this together, and it's just been amazing, and the support's been amazing, and I think we've put together a fantastic exhibition which has really shown World War I experience to everybody in Colchester and what they went through, and linked it to what's happening now as well. So just thanks ever so much. It's really nice. Well done, Jan.
Well, thank you, Jan. I'd like first of all to thank the Miniries for hosting this event and Jan for coordinating it. As we pointed out, there's various players have been involved in putting on this wonderful, serious exhibition of a bloody period in our nation's history, which in a few days' time we'll be commemorating, not celebrating, commemorating 100 years. We are a garrison town, and the population of Colchester 100 years ago was roughly 40,000. And more of our young men, the head of population, lost their lives in the Great War than anywhere else in the eastern counties. 1,250. If you equate the population today, roughly 100,000 in the town, that's almost 3,000 of our young men losing their lives. So that's the impact. And I became aware of this as a 14, 15-year-old when I was doing my first class scout hike along the Suffolk border, villages over there. And we had to do a project, and the project I did was war memorials. And I was staggered the comparison between the lives lost in the First World War and the relatively fewer lost in the Second World War. And that's because medical advances, perhaps better led officers, etc., whatever. So, the Great War, interestingly, it only became the First World War in the summer of 1939, when the Second World War started. Up until then, it had been the Great War, the war to end all wars. There would be no more wars after the War of 1914, 1918. Interestingly, some people say the war didn't end until 1919. The next time you go past Lexden Parish Church, look at their war memorial, the war for them ended in 1919. The reason for that is that what we're commemorating on the 11th of November is the armistice, when the guns fell silent. But the war did not officially end until June the next year, the Treaty of Versailles. And that treaty it punished Germany, it punished the German people, and because the German people were really put down and they were treated badly, that created the climate for Mr. A. Hitler to come to power and the Second World War. So we need to learn, and here we have, in the current era, we have helper heroes with Afghanistan, with their very important commemorations of a more recent war. So I congratulate everyone involved because this is a wonderful exhibition. Just as an aside, I did have a small cameo part with North Primary School's exhibition around there. And I think that 75 of their pupils, 75, or roughly that figure, lost their lives. And the school, early on in the centenary commemorations, commissioned a memorial which is displayed in the main hall of North Primary School off North Station Road there. So all those young men who lost their lives from that school commemorated, and many of the houses where they lived, a special poppy plaque, ceramic poppy plaque was created, and many households were green displayed. So I congratulate North Primary School on what they did. I also congratulate Hamilton Primary and the Colchester Royal Grammar School. I think they're the only 3 schools that I'm aware of that have commemorated the Great War, the First World War, and I think it's very fitting as we build up to the commemoration, the centenary of the start of that awful war, that we commemorated it here in the garrison town of Colchester, in a building which I'm not sure if Dr. Ruth Bensusan Butt was running her doctor's practice in 1418. She was.
I know they came here in 1915.
So Dr. Ruth Bensusan Butt was a pioneer in women's evangelization, political life. She was a far-sighted doctor in the Second World War, and she started Colchester's first day nursery. And the building next door, rather than this bit, the building where we came in, that was her doctor's practice. I'm pretty sure there'd have been uniformed members of His Majesty's Armed Forces would have come through the same door that you did, and their families. So again, thank you all for coming, thank you for your support, and my thanks to all involved in the rest of hosting it. Thank you.